Hello Flosstube! My name's Natalia and this is my channel, Official Mermaid's Cove, where I share my cross-stitch hobby. This video is my second weekly update for March. I'm going to be showing everything that I worked on for the past week. And we'll start with my flower fairies. I've been working on these. My sister found 8 of these kits from Designs for the Needle. They're based off the artwork by Cicely Mary Barker. I had shown this one in my last video and I finished it. If you're interested, you can still find some of these on eBay. This is number 5503, the Yarrow fairy. And here's my finish. I really liked stitching her. A lot of these, so these kits, they're like printed fabric. And then you'll do cross stitching, like if you look down here, there's cross stitching on the bottom towards her feet. And then they'll have you do different other stitches, like this is just line stitching or straight stitch. And then there's lazy daisies and the leaves. And there's a lot of French knots here in these flowers. And there's some straight stitches back here. This is the first kit where they actually had some of this opalescent thread in the background, not just in wings. And I backstitched her wings. They turn out so sparkly. I just had to do that. I love the sparkle. And then I go ahead and put the title here in cursive lettering. So this is the Yarrow Flower Fairy. And this is number 7 of the 8 kits. Number 6. This is number 6. So I finished this one. Look at all those. I feel like as many French knots as I've had to do in these kits, that, I mean, I have to be getting better, right? Those look pretty, even if I do say so myself. So there was that one. It's 14 count printed Aida, and I'm using the kit materials. And it comes with like really good instructions. So the next kit that I was working on was this one. This is number 5509, the Zinnia fairy. And I finished her today at work, actually. So I had already done, I think I had finished this weekend most of the stitching. There's some cross stitch in the leaves down here where she's standing, and there's this leaf here that's cross stitched. There's also cross stitching in her skirt and this flower up here. It's not completely cross stitched though. If you look, there's still some gapping. So this is cross stitched, the leaf is cross stitched, and then the background. There's some straight stitches here to outline the petals and her flower crown, and here in the stamen of the flower. And there's some French knots for the centers of those, same here. And then there's some line stitching here to flesh out this flower in the background. There's a lot of stitches here on her bodice. And then, of course, the sparkly wings. This one was actually pretty quick. There was not as much stitching as in some of the others. Oh, this stem is also, if you can kind of see that there, the stem is also stitched completely. So yeah, and then I also wrote the name up top. This is number 7, so I have one more, and I could have waited until tomorrow to start on it, but I'm so close to finishing all of these, and then I get to decide what I want to do with them. So I went ahead and started the last one that I have. This is number 5502, the white bindweed, or bindweed fairy. So pretty. I might have intentionally saved this one for last because I really liked the flower. Oh, she's peeking into it. It's so pretty. So cute. So when I had started this for I started these as like part of my Advent starts during Christmas last year. And I had already stitched, like there's some green stitching here, base of that stem. There's some here in this flower. This is not stitched, I don't believe. But this part is, like the outer bell of this flower is. I finished at work, I finished stitching the white of this one. It has like yellow half stitches in the center. And there's some white stitches that I got in her dress. For this one, the only thing that's stitched is like, I'm not even sure if this part is stitched. I can check the contract real quick. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but just based off the front picture. Okay, so it does not... No, okay. So the only thing on this flower that is stitched is the part that I stitched here. The rest of it is not stitched at all. For the rest of this, there's some stitching to outline the veins in some of these leaves back here, and the vein in her hat, and the leaves in her hat. There's, of course, you're going to backstitch the wings in the gold. This is another one that uses gold metallic instead of the iridescent. You're going to stitch her dress, you're going to stitch this flower, and then you're going to stitch like some of the stamens and pistons in the center of the flower, here and here. So I still have to finish her dress. I usually do all the cross stitching first, and then I go in and start doing the other stitches. And then I save the wings for last because I like the sparkle. And then I'll go ahead and put the title up top. I think I already have the lettering charted for this. So I'll be ready when I get to that part. So I'm hoping to finish this week, and then I'll free up my lunch hour at work to work on something else. I might pick up my You're the Dragon cell. I haven't picked up that yet this month, so I might work on that. I have it right here. I'll show it to you when you start talking about plans. But yeah, that's where I am on that one. Then the next project that I worked on was one of my Gecko Rouge kits. This is Dracarys. Artwork is by Dalen Ogden. This is a kit from Gecko Rouge. This is the biggest cross-stitch project I've worked on to date. It has over 224,000 stitches, and this is where I'm at. So if you look at it on this picture here, I have this whole top part, all these pages done up here, and then I'm down here. This is like the center of the design here, or where I've stitched to here is like halfway, right here. This line right here is halfway. So I stitched the background color all the way down, and then I'm trying to stitch this inner. This is also just one color, so it's really nice fill-in. So I've gotten all the progress I wanted to, that I had set a goal for this month. I think I wanted to get 3,000 stitches in. I was able to do that over here. So next month I'll pick it up again. I'm going to put this away for the rest of the month. But my goal is, after I finish stitching this, I want to work on these flame motifs, finish off this outer circle, work on the dragon some, and then start working my way to working on Daenerys. And then there's another dragon down here that's going to start up here. You can kind of see the horn. You can see the picture right here. Horn of the dragon's down here. So yeah, this is a labor of love. I'm hoping to make this my focus piece after I finish my other Gecko Rouge kit that I'm working on as an anniversary piece. Oh, I didn't say, this is stitched on 28 even count, gridded even count. That's what the website says. And Gecko Rouge uses DMC thread for their kits. My next project is Nightingale. This is, I've decided that I just cannot be bothered. I keep saying that I'm going to insert pictures into these videos, and apparently I'm not confident enough in my editing skills to go back and try and do it. So until I get to that point where I am, I found one of my older phones, so I can use to just show you pictures right here on screen. The fabric, while I'm looking this up, the fabric that I'm using was a table linen that I thrifted. I had taken the whole thing and basically ice dyed it with red and black rip powder. And then I cut this piece to use for this project. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I thought it was going to be a good idea. Let's see what I can show you. Okay, so this is what she's going to look like. So I'm right here. I'm trying to get to like the outer skirt of her dress. And I'm working my way down to get that outer edge defined, and then I'm going to do fill-in. I've been filling in like the main background colors, and then I'll fill in the motifs. I really love these roses. I'm trying to save them for last. I've just been in the mood to stitch roses lately. And I actually, like, I knew there were roses in this chart, but I didn't realize, like, when I was getting to them. I was so happy. I don't know, I've just been in the mood to stitch roses. I'm planning on trying to get this done I have a deadline. So I want to try to get her done by June. We'll see if I get there. My goal for this month is to get her to 30%. I think I'm on track, but we'll see. I have other things going on towards the end of this month. You know, we have Good Friday coming up and everything, so wish me luck. And then my last whip is the one I'm working on for my anniversary piece. It's my other Gecko Rouge chart. And I have the cover picture for this. This is Yin Yang Dragons by JoJo's Art. That's his full name here. Also stitched on 28 count gridded even weave, just like my Dracarys piece. I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap because I'm planning on working on this right after I get off doing this video. Right now I'm doing this gray color. I'm starting to work on like the larger amount of stitches left first, and then working my way, like, I don't know, I'll go back and forth. Like this blue color here I stitched the other day, there was only like 65 stitches, 60, 70, 80, something like that in the whole chart, so I just went ahead and got those in since they were mostly in the bottom half. But I'm going to try to do color completion and see. I've been making more progress doing that. I want to get this done, I think in July. So I think I'm focusing on getting my Nightingale done and then this. And then I'll focus on getting Dracarys, getting more progress on that. So that's where we're at. That one. And that's all I've stitched on. The other stuff that I've been working on, I'll show you here. I am going to stitch Florida. I just had a panic moment. I thought I was not recording any of this, and I was like, did I just do all of that and not hit record? Okay, sorry. Goodness. Okay, I had made some counting pins. I have some right here I can show you. These are the ones that I kept for myself, because, you know, if you make a bunch of these, you gotta be able to have some for yourself. So I made a bunch of these. And I'm keeping them in a old medicine container. Washed it out. But hopefully this is puppy proof, you know, kid proof. We have to go in there and start playing with the sharp things. But I've been making, I don't have any zipper pulls to show you currently. Right now, all that's in here is Scissor Fobs. So I spent the weekend making a bunch of these. These are kind of the same design. These are all the pink ones. Make some green ones. And I'm making all of these for stitchy gifts for everybody who shows up to the retreat. With beads I've thrifted. Here's some green ones. Same concept, basically. Some of these I have bags to put them in, some of them I did not. This one. More green ones. The name of the channel is Official Mermaid's Cove, so you know I have some pearls and some Under the Sea themed ones that I'm going to be working on later. Some of them are pretty simple, some of them are a little bit more complicated, just based off what I've been able to get at some crafty thrift stores that I've been going to. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. And I still have, like, I don't know, I think I added them up at one point. Let me see. I'm risking all the beads I've been working on this to try to get this. Okay. Yeah, I made over 150 counting pins. So far I've made 26 zipper pulls. I've already showed those before. I've made them with some seashell sequences. I think they've turned out pretty well too. I hope these work out. I don't know. I don't really use scissors. I don't have a lot of scissors, so I don't use a lot of scissor fobs. But I think they're really pretty. And since I still gotta add some pearl beads to this, it's a little lean up top. But I think this will work. I was toying between ordering some lobster clasps, some larger ones, but I just I didn't trust the sizing, because depending on what scissors you have, you know, they might not fit if your clasp is too small. So I went with these keychain fixtures, and I feel like they work pretty well. And if you have like thicker scissors, you can still put them on there. There are some, you know, there's a big variety for people to pick from, so I hope people will be happy with the stitchy gifts. I haven't made these before, this is the first time, so hopefully they don't fall apart completely after they've been using them for a while. We'll see. But yes, so that's that. My purchases, the only thing that I purchased crafty-wise this weekend, well, okay, I can say this weekend. Today I just purchased some things as an anniversary gift, but I'll show you those things when they come in. Yeah, all the stuff that I ordered is going to be coming in the mail, so I have to wait for that. But I just bought 2 skeins of this. I needed this color. I think I had only added 1 skein to my floss card for this, and I needed another one, and it calls for 2. So this is some of the background color in her dress, so I needed a second one. So I grabbed 2 of those just to be safe from Hobby Lobby. So that's it for purchases. My plans, I talked about that I want to get, you know, Nightingale to 30%. I think right now she's at like 22%, so I have another 8. I have like, I think I totaled it up. I think I have another like 1,300 stitches to go. So if I do maybe like 500 stitches here or there, I can get her done. I don't know, I had a monthly goal for my Ying dragons of 10,000 stitches. I don't know if I'm gonna get there. I am, I forgot to say, on both my Gecko Rouge kits, I started doing this 1/1 for the first row of pages, but then I switched over to doing 2/1 tent, and this is 28 count. Same, well, my Dracarys, I've always been 10 stitching it. I oscillate between doing 1/1 on that one for like confetti. Like if it's only one stitch here or there, just because I think it's like, I use less thread that way if I do it 1/1, so you're not carrying like all that bulk in the back. But the rest of it, the majority of the Dracarys piece is actually 2/1 tent. And I think if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have gotten as much progress I have now. But I think I have a goal of 10,000 stitches for the month. So I really need to start working on this after I hit my goal. My priority right now is Nightingale, then this one, and then the Dracarys. And of course I am working on my flower fairies during my lunch hour at work. Okay. Shoutouts. Let's talk about this. I have a couple. First of all, I have to say thank you to Tammy at Tammy Cinnamon Stitches. Tammy's Cinnamon Stitches. I will put her in the description. She shouted me out on her Flosstube video. That's the first time. I don't know. I remember the first time that I entered a giveaway and I won and I heard my name being called out. It was so surreal. I was so happy. So I thanked her profusely in the comments for shouting me out. So I wanted to recommend her channel to go check her out. She's got a lot of beautiful whips she's working on, a lot of cute stuff. So by all means, go in the description. I'll have her linked and check out her channel. The other person that really stood out to me this week was the Runner Stitcher. Or the Running Stitcher? It might be the Running Stitcher. The Running Stitcher, he has amazing projects. He showed this cute little project that he's working on of a little puppy dog. So adorable. But the other thing that caught my eye is he recently bought a pattern from Enchanting Layer. They have a website. Beware if you go to look at the stuff on there. I might do like another video just going through the website because they have so many amazing patterns and I did not need to see that. I did not need to see that. By all means, I need you to go to the Running Stitchers channel and admonish them, rebuke them. They should feel bad about themselves. I have been trying so hard to like not, stitch from stash, and I'll probably do another video just showing you how many mermaid patterns I have currently. And then they had to mention it and I couldn't help myself but go to the website, and now I have like 20, 30 other things on my wish list that I have no reason to be buying anytime soon because I have all these other charts I haven't started on. But yes, go to their Flosstube, admonish them for enabling, and then look at the pattern that he showed. It's called the Fire Dancer, and apparently they have like a pattern for fairies for all the different elements. There's just so much. I'm gonna have to do a separate video just going through their website and show you the patterns. It's amazing. If you like fantasy designs, if you enjoy stitching fantasy designs, and it might be even better like if you don't necessarily want to do, I'm a big full coverage stitcher, but if you don't want to do full coverage designs and you just want something like more like a Mirabilia or something that you can stitch up, what is the other company that I've seen do it? Nimue? Like they have fantasy patterns, or like some of the Dimensions Wizards, something closer to that. They have like this, but the charts don't all have background, and a lot of the charts have like specialty stitches, and they like very interesting designs, Celtic designs. I'll do a separate video just going through their patterns and a walkthrough of the website, but I'm gonna have to put like a warning on it because I don't see how you can see that and not purchase at least one chart. It's so many beautiful things. I'll have to get into it in a separate video. But yes, definitely go and see them. And yeah, scold them. Scold them. Give them a tongue lashing. Everything. Just enabling. Massive enable. But yes, I'm planning on doing a couple of other videos. Let me see what I have on my list. I was going to do one about my mermaid patterns. I'll probably do another one about the website because I found a bunch of stuff on there. And then I've had a couple of people ask me about doing the Scissor Fobs, about showing how I do those. I can, but it's a more in-depth video. Like, it's not as simple. Like, I mean, my counting pin video wasn't short by any means, but it's not something that I'm going to be able to do from beginning to end and it not take forever. And I'm trying not to make the videos too long to where I have an issue uploading them. But I I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If you are interested in me doing a video of how I can try to show an example of some of these. Let me know, and I'll actually sit down and think about how I would go through that. So far, I'm not planning on doing them. I'm just showing the ones that I'm making. But if anybody's interested, I can. I don't necessarily think that I am an expert on doing this, and it involves a lot more stuff. Like, I'm sure there are jewelry techniques that I'm just not implementing correctly. I did not look at any videos to figure out a lot of this stuff. I think the only thing that I used is, like, I remember seeing some shorts about, like, how to open up junk rings and the correct way to do it so you don't, like, weaken the metal to where it snaps. That's about it. I just know you're supposed to open them, like, side to side. That might be the extent of my knowledge. So I don't necessarily consider myself an expert on a lot of things that I'm talking about. But if you are interested in me showing you how I've been making these, I can. I just feel like you might get better results actually looking for an official tutorial on that. But let me know. Put a comment down below if you would want to see that. And if I get enough of a response, I might think of putting something together. We'll see. But in the meantime, until I see you again, happy stitching, and I hope things are going well for you. Spring's about to start, the weather's about to be getting warmer, we have all this new growth where I'm at, I'm seeing all the trees blossoming, so by all means, take a second, step outside, look outside your window, get a fresher breath air, and keep going. Bye!